What's this expansion called? I always have to ask because I always forget.
We'll call it Beyond. It's the Beyond expansion.
Beyond. Champions being released in this one are, let me guess. I didn't look at the cards. I know Morgana's in it. I know Mordekaiser's in it. And I know the Elder Dragon's in it. So very excited to see what they are as cards.
Real fast, we call Elder Dragon, we call him Eddie, or we can call him Uncle Eddie if you want. Ed for short.
Like, what's going on here?
It's Elder Dragon, it's ED.
Oh, I see. Okay. I should mention, by the way, for people who don't know, I did a 10-hour video of Runeterra, and then afterwards I played all the way up until Sonny. Can you just call me a master player just so I can hear it?
Yeah, Rarran got master easily.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't think he even lost a game, did you? It's crazy.
No, I didn't. It was a 300% win rate. Theoretically speaking, after playing Runeterra that much, I should get all of these 100%. So this will be very interesting to see. It adds like an extra dynamic. I feel pressure this time. Last time I could just say whatever the hell I want and I'd be okay with it because I'm like, oh, I don't play the game.
There's actual stakes now. All right, I'm sending you the cards.
5-minute 3/4 Morgana. This is for Targon and Demacia. She has lifesteal. Play curse. What is a curse?
A curse is a card you add to your opponent's hand. It's the 4th card I sent you. Shackles.
While I'm in hand, the curse unit is immobile. Oh, wait. So you're basically wanting your opponent to play these cards. You want them to spend 2 mana.
Yeah, that's basically it. So they have this card in their hand, and as long as this card is in their hand, they need to pay this 2 mana at focus speed. So that means they can't use it during combat. They can only use it on their turn to get rid of the immobile affliction.
Copying Hearthstone, I see. Okay. No, I get it. Play cursed enemy with Shackles twice. Shackles is the card you showed because I have to verify that. You've targeted units 8+ times, and she is a 3/4. I did not say that. Okay. Upgraded or leveled up, sorry. 5 mana 4/5, same play. Attack, curse the strongest enemy that isn't cursed with Shackles, and deal 3 damage to cursed enemies and 2 to the enemy nexus. Okay. Morgana's Dark Binding for 3 mana, stun an enemy and curse it with Shackles. Create a Morgana in your deck. Okay, this is very interesting. 5-minute 3/4 is so bad though, man. Oh, this card also feels kind of bad if you're just gonna shackle like a pretty shitty unit. Is this the only curse cards that they gave her?
No, there's multiple. There's like a 3 mana 2/3 that just says shackle 1 unit. Morgana does it twice and they stack. So that means if Morgana gives shackles to an enemy unit, they have to pay 4 mana to get rid of the shackles.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah. That actually helped me a lot. Also, must say for the flavor here, really well done. Yeah, I guess it's cool to deny or delay your opponent from like doing stuff, but I feel like winning the game is usually always better than that. Hearthstone's actually tried stuff like this a lot, where it's like you shuffle things in your hand. She's in like, I guess she's in Demacia, which is kind of nice because if you delay your opponent, you can like buff things and then you just kill them. I'm not really too familiar with Targon. I didn't really get to play Targon in my time.
It's a damn shame. It's the best region.
I think that's incorrect. I was actually, can I just say something real fast? Is it cringe to like Bandle City? I actually was a huge fan of their cards.
It's generally the 2nd most hated region, Ionia being number 1. So you do the math. But what did you like about that? What cards did you like about Bandle City? Just curious.
I just liked how Bandle City felt like they did everything.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of nice. Here's a question for you. Does Targon ever work with aggro decks?
I wouldn't really necessarily call it aggro, but they do have like elusive strategies that they do really well. There is some aggro.
I'm gonna make a claim here. Okay, this is my claim. I think if you're gonna put Morgana in a slower deck, this card's horrific. I wouldn't play it in a slower deck because you would honestly want to remove your opponent's cards every single time. I think doing your own strategy is probably better than doing like stopping your opponent from doing their strategy. If you put this at the highest end of an aggro deck, I feel like this is where it's going to come and really be really annoying, because then you play aggro, you play Morgana shackles enemies, and then they fucking cry and they're like, oh, I can't block, I just die. So my claim's going to be here, if Morgana fits into an aggro deck, that's why I asked. This card's actually the nuts. I don't think you play this in control though. I think it's too slow. Okay, is that a cop out?
No, not really, because you're partly right. So there are, I'd say right now we're about a week into the expansion. There are 3 top tier Morgana decks. The first one is aggro.
Wow.
The second one is mid range, and the third one is control. So she's nuts. Okay. She's very, very good.
I guess I'm really underestimating how strong like stopping your opponent is in this game.
So the first aggro deck with her is a deck with Riven, and Riven creates like these fragments that you put on your units. Like you give them +2 attack, you give them quick attack, which levels Morgana. But it's also a deck that has a lot of stuns. They have more ways to shackle, and then they have like really big dudes that you can't really block because they get overwhelmed. So it's a kind of a lockdown deck that just plays very fast and aggressive. And the control deck is more about kind of stalling with some of the control tools from Shadow Isle, killing your opponent, locking them down, just making sure that you have full board control. And then sometimes Morgana levels because she levels when you target your own units and the enemy units. So it's stuff like that. It just makes her a generally really good card. And lifesteal is, I think, a really big reason why she is so evergreen. It's just lifesteal is always good to have.
Okay, so she's just the nuts. Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
All right, so before I show the next champion, there is a new keyword that is not on the champion, but is very important for the cards that are played with him. It's called Deathless. And that is basically a spell shield, except instead of like protecting your unit first, it means that when the unit dies, they come back with 1 HP, but stunned. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mordekaiser. Okay. I'm trying to think of like the flavor of why that would matter. I guess it's not on this card. It's just important to know.
Yeah.
God, he looks pretty sick. I'm going to be honest.
It looks blue.
Hey, I mean, does he? He kind of looks like Zerath, if I'm going to be honest.
Zerath's dad, yeah.
Wait, is it actually in the lore? Or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying that.
Okay. 7 mana 5/8, Noxus and Shadow Isles. Challenger, play, kill up to 2 allies. When you slay another ally, revive it. Oh, okay. Level up 15 allies have died. Allies with plus or 5+ power count twice. And he doesn't have to be on the board, which is nice. It just slowly levels up. And then his level up is what? Same thing, 7 mana 6/9. Nice. Attack for the rest of the game. When you slay a unit, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. Ooh.
So what that means is that this adds 1 to that effect every time Mordekaiser attacks. So you do it once, it drains for 1. You attack with him twice, he drains for 2, etc.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's not a one-time thing. Every time he attacks, it stacks
up. And then he has to slay it. I'm assuming his alt brings them to like the fucking circle chamber.
Brazil.
10 man. Brazil. Dude, that's an old meme. Holy shit.
Yeah.
An ally starts a free attack challenger with the strongest enemy. Kill all other units. Holy fuck. I read that line. I'm like, why would they want to challenge the strongest enemy? And then it makes more sense. Okay, this is one's weird. Okay, I'm trying to remember what Shadow Isles to do. Noxus, I guess, makes a little bit of sense because like Noxus was generally like the aggro deck. And if it's the aggro deck, you put a bunch of shitters and then eventually they stop. They don't really do anything. So you could just kill them and then you plan on Mordekaiser winning you the game slowly. I guess, or like his leveled up is good for the rest of the game when you slay a unit. Actually, is it good? Like that's so slow, but I guess that's not on defense though, right? It's only when you attack.
Yeah, it's not on defense. You literally have to go into combat with him and then it automatically activates. So if you attack with Mordekaiser and he challenges something and he's about to kill that thing that he challenges because he has challenger, it instantly like drains 1 because the effect is then active.
I'm gonna be honest here. This doesn't seem very good. I'm kind of, I'm trying to look at this card and understand why you'd play this. And I guess there is a very slow inevitable win condition, but like I remember Viego being just like nuts as the game went on, and I feel like Viego's just like a better champion than this. So why would you want to play Mordekaiser? I don't think he's bad though. It's not like, oh my god, I hate this card, this card sucks. Like it doesn't speak to me like that. I think Morgana's was a little bit more appealing. This just feels like, I don't want to call it redundant, but it's more like I feel like there's better win conditions in Shadow Isles. We need to clarify one thing before I like give a result. What do you mean by when you slay? Like when I use a spell to kill it?
Yeah,
or like
exactly. When you actively kill your own ally by using a spell on them. Yeah. So it's not like when they die. They have to die by your hands.
And kill up to 2 allies. So you don't actually have to do that either. You could just play him.
Yeah. And then they come back.
I actually recently did a tier list for one of the section was like too specific. Like I feel like this is there. It's good. Like it's fine. It's probably a fun card, but okay. I don't know. I don't think you want to play it over something else.
Before you give your final answer, listen, with Realm of Death, you have to read this because it's Mordekaiser's champion spell, right? If you use that on Mordekaiser, like you're saying, hey, Mordekaiser, you go challenge the strongest enemy. And then after everything dies, because Mordekaiser's on the field, your board dies and then gets resummoned because of Realm of Death.
Yeah, but like maybe in Disney World, like where like that happens. Like what do you mean? I sure, you're right. Okay, but like what happens to, okay, here's a question. Okay. What happens if I pick Mordekaiser and then I put him in the Realm of Death, but my opponent's strongest enemy is fucking huge and he kills my Mordekaiser? Does everything summon?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because that happens like before he goes on the attack. But when he challenges the strongest thing, yeah, he just kind of dies. The ride crashes. It's no longer Disney World. It's Brazil again.
Oh, fuck. No flame to Brazil. No, I don't know, but I think you're making me cope. I don't think it's that good. I'd give it I got a rating like a 5 out of 10. Like it's probably fine. It probably sees play, but I think there's just better stuff to do.
Okay. Mordekaiser is insane. He's also just insanely good. And it's because it is one line of text. When you slay another ally, revive it. This is so like completely nuts because you play him, you revive something with a summon effect, it does the summon effect again, and then if you have spell mana, you can literally kill them again before your opponent gets to remove Mordekaiser. It's like you guys have Bran, I think, in Hearthstone. I don't know if he's still around.
Yeah, he got rotated.
Yeah, Mordekaiser is basically Bran, but like infinite. Battle cries don't go twice, but because Mordekaiser is on the field and you have a million ways to kill your own allies, they just keep coming back and back and back. And there are so many ways to break that. I don't even think we found like the most disgusting way to break it, but Mordekaiser right now is probably either one of or the second best deck in the game, together with Morgana, actually.
The fuck? Yeah. I don't know what it is. Looking at this character, I'm like, okay. It's weird because like I feel like if I compare this to Viego, like I want Viego more. Yeah. Maybe this is more of like I have to play with Mordekaiser to truly understand how good this effect is because I'm not seeing the full picture. Like in a vacuum, I think this card looks like a little bit poo. But I'm glad he's seen play. Like,
yeah, he's insane. Like that line of text is so broken. When you played Hearthstone or when you play Runeterra, you might have remembered this card called Hate Spike, which is like kill an ally to deal 3. Yeah. So that's like a super good card. And you now have like infinite allies to use it on because whatever you use it on, it just comes back. You also have to imagine that your opponent has to kill Mordekaiser like on site. If they try to kill anything else, like if they try to target anything that isn't Mordekaiser, you go like, okay, let me kill my own ally first. And then, you know, it dies, your opponent's removal fizzles, and then you get your unit back. It's dumb.
It sounds kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually really excited to see his animations too because he's cool. He's a cool champion. There's like 8 million cards in here. Yeah. Oh, this is him. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. They should move his fucking artwork slightly up so I can see his face a little bit more.
I know. I said the same thing. Like, he's hiding. He's shy. He's hiding behind the text.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting. So he is a champion and he's got his own region. Okay. 12 mana. What the fuck? Okay. 10/10 Fury. Aspect of I can barely fucking read this. Aspect of the dragon. I cost 1 less for each different dragon boon you played this game. Play every dragon boon on me. Oh, okay. Your allies have attacked with 75 plus total power. Wait, did you send me the level up? I might be missing that.
No, I'll let you go through this and then I'll send the level up.
Aspect of the dragon, you may put any followers that cost 6 plus into your deck during deck building. When you play a unit with 6 base cost, pick 1 of 2 dragon boons to play on it. And that counts towards the
discount.
Aspect of the dragon thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so we got Oceanic Will. Heal allies in your Nexus by 2. That's a weird sentence. Heal allies in your Nexus 2. Okay. Gain +1/+1 in Tough. Gain +1/+1 in Fearsome. Grant Challenger. Grant +1/+1 in Impact twice. Okay. Grant Deathless. That's the mechanic you brought up earlier, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's Elder Dragon's Primordial Roar. Burst. 8 mana, refill your mana to full. Draw all 6 cost followers from the top 6 cards of your deck. Oh my god. Okay. I mean,
champion spell.
He's looking pretty sick. I'm gonna be honest. All right.
Okay. So the level 2 has a lot of text on it. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
I read Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bro. I'll be all right. Don't worry.
All right.
Oh shit. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. 12 mana, 30. Sheesh. I cannot be stopped. All right, let me try to evaluate what that means. I think that means he literally can't be stopped.
Correct. Yeah. He cannot be stopped.
What does that actually mean though? So like he can't be blocked, he can't be removed.
Correct. Yeah.
What is it? Oh, so like he's just there. Like he's there for the rest of the game. Yeah. Until you can maybe kill him with like. Wait, so you can't use removal?
Yes, you can't. You can try, but there's nothing you can do.
What happens with Mordekaiser and Elder Dragon? If he's on the enemy team and there's somehow a stronger unit, would he die?
No, he doesn't die. No. The only way to stop the Elder Dragon is by going to your opponent's house and disconnecting their internet. That's the only way to win once he's there.
Oh, okay. The question, hold on, I gotta read his region thing again. You may put any followers that cost 6 plus into your deck. So can you, like, does he have any spells?
No, just units.
And then you could pair this with a different region that has spells.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so that makes up for it. I mean, he can't be, I just want to very, very clarify this. He can't be blocked. Once he's leveled up, he can't be blocked.
Yes, that's correct.
Your allies have attacked with 75 total power. And I just want to clarify one more thing. If you say attacked, that means they initiate the attack, or does that also work on the defense?
Only when they initiate the attack. So as soon as you initiate the attack, it counts how much attack you have in total. that gets added to the level up.
Bro, this is ridiculous. What is this? God, I don't know. Okay, because like I guess I could go through all of like the I'm gonna call it like the dragon aspects, but realistically, I don't know if it's really that impactful in a vacuum. Like it really depends on the circumstances of your game. Most of them seem pretty good. I think granting something deathless is pretty nuts. Like I'm sure there's some really big boys that have a nice like summon effect or death rattle effect or whatever they call it in this game. And his spell is gas. How likely are you to get the leveled up Elder Dragon? Like I can't be stopped. It's actually so funny.
All caps.
I think at first glance, I'd call this card pretty bad. But the nice thing, I guess, with Runeterra is that you can pair it with a region that really makes up for its like really bad early game. So if there's a region that actually can make it so it can get past the first couple of turns. Now, I actually, you know what, dude? I'm going to make a bold claim. This is the first one I've looked at and go like, holy fuck, this actually looks pretty nuts. Because you have inevitability. Like that card just says, fuck you. And then you just lose. So yeah, it can literally just, instead of saying I cannot be stopped, it just says fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
No, this card's good. This card has to be good. It's like the fact that, the only reason I'm saying that though is because you compare it with a different region. Like this guy, for those of you who don't play League, this is the buff. Like this is the one you want. So no, I think he's good. I can definitely see this getting played.
Yeah,
something he's played.
Yeah. He's actually just like the other two. He is very good. This was actually insane because in the first couple of days of new expansion that came out last week, in like the first 3 days, this deck had Elder Dragon decks had a 35% play rate and like a 56% win rate, and that was with Freljord and Rarran.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's just about getting to turn 6 as soon as possible. Because when you get to turn 6, you actually just go completely nuts. Every time you play a 6-cost unit, which Freljord is really good at doing early, you get one of these effects and you just take over the game. There are so many like good cards that just become insane with a single +1/+1 or challenger or something to get board control. There's control decks, there's ram decks, there's even like some mid-range decks with dragons that do well.
Is this card available for the World Championship?
Yes.
Like, soon?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I think you'll make it appear as more than once.
No, dude, that's such a cool, man. It's actually hilarious. I cannot be stopped.
So this is my favorite card they released in 2023 because it feels so insanely satisfying to put these dragons boon on the stack when you play a 6-cost ally. It feels so good to see like that effect go into your unit, making them stronger. But I'm going to be honest, I have never played his champion spell, the Primordial Roar. I've not used it once, I think, because when you have Elder Dragon on the board, you're paying like a lot of mana for it. And usually you play him when you want to end the game. So this card is like, it's just for flavor.
I see what you mean. Yeah. And you can put this champion spell in your deck, right? It's an actual spell.
No, you can't. Like, it's only when you have your second Elder.
Oh, you see, I always thought like you can't put Realm of Death from Mordekaiser just into your deck then.
You can, but Runeterra champions are an exception because they're technically not a region. They say like, I am allowed to play these cards from the collection in my deck. So for Elder Dragon, that's everything that costs 6 or more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. This guy, he kind of reminds me of Mr. Baldy Bear.
Yeah, the deck that had that 35% win rate was with Volibear. It was just big meatballs, and it had a 56% win rate. So I don't know, if Timmy decks are doing well, the game is just in a good spot, I think.
That's fun. Is there a card in Runeterra that transforms something in your hand from your opponent's side?
Yeah, we had Aloof Travelers, which says discard the most expensive card in your opponent's hand.
Oh, and then, but what if the Elder Dragon cannot be stopped?
Yeah, he's in hand, so the text doesn't count, unfortunately. So I guess you found a way. He can't be stopped if he's not on the board.